welcome to another fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go, all the cars are all lining up on the grid. They're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? Let's take out and away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo cracks under the pressure in the traction zone. I pressed to mount up another overtake on 23 trademark. This is round 3 quarter.
And Timo are oh, it's the pit. Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
So what we gotta put up to so they can start at the back together again, just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello and welcome to Tier 4 in SLR racing, and with me here is Kebab on the helm with Bailey by my side for your commentary this evening. Looking forward to an exciting race in Spa, an excellent track all round, one of the classics. As I said before, here's Bailey alongside me as well. Welcome, Bailey.
Hello, how's it going? We are out here for round 13, 14 of the season, getting to the business end of this calendar where championships are decided. The two Hasses going side by side, acting like they're on a racing style in qualifying. Yeah, nice to be back at this historical circuit. The Racing Point leading the way for the qualifying runs as he comes through P1, not on a lap, all chilling, warming up their tyres. Is a Roglu on the mediums. Starting the pit lane currently in his McLaren. But yeah, really getting into the juicy end of the season, and we'll finally see who's gonna take the crown of the championship.
Yep, I'm going to have all eyes on the top end of the championship, which you should be able to see on your screen right now, or maybe not. There we go. You can now see the championship on your screens. And you can see definitely Bot leading the race by quite a margin. only one real contender in Ace Boy coming up close. Crystals has left the league, so he can be counted out because he's been promoted to a higher tier. Too fast for this one. But congratulations to him. But yeah, interesting. There's still a lot to be played for out between those two. And as we've seen before in past races as well, if they get things wrong, then other drivers can get straight back into the mix.
Yep, the racing point in Turkey on his lap now. He's coming through a rouge for the first time at full speed, 195 as he come over the crest, and we've got a yellow already. It's the Renault who just went off, and it's raining. It is raining, at Spa. So
yep.
Turkey, the first one to set and come out of the lap, to settle up, will have the upper hand. He will have the driest circuit to make his way around this 4.3 kilometer circuit, if I'm not mistaken. Probably a 5 kilometer, no one.
It's a long one. I know that. It's a long one. It's one of the longest on the calendar, I think. Not the longest, but yeah. 1 minute 40 seconds is about the time that it's going to take to get around here. But 1 minute, we're probably going to be seeing maybe the 42s, 43s in this tier. But yep. Yeah, it's a long technical track with lots of difficult corners, lots of places you can lose the car as well, and in the rain, it is a very difficult track to negotiate.
Yeah, so the rain's coming down quite quickly. A very long circuit, so if you do want to get out, you have to do it now. And Turkey's really pushing here. It'll be his one and only lap as an AlphaTauri. That's great Lampos. He's completely messed up his chances of getting a good position. And Turkey's going to come through the final couple of corners. We won't be seeing, like you said, Kebab, 42s, 43s. But it looks like in these conditions it's going to be a lot harder. And it's a 43.9. It's going to be Lepson who's going to come around the final corner now. Can he beat that time? It doesn't look like it. So Turkey really getting the best of these conditions. And some of the fast boys would have really been caught out by this and not be able to set as good as times as some of the slower drivers that have just managed to get the best out of the conditions.
Yep, and I'm wondering whether we've got any information in chat about what kind of weather we're going to have for the rest of the session, whether or not we're going to have a wet race as well, or how long this rain might be around for, or if you wouldn't mind having a quick spy at the chat, because if I alt-tab it pauses the game.
Standings are still up.
Other standings are still up. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of those.
So, only 8 people managing to settle up. So either people have made mistakes or they've invalidated. Definitely, but our championship lead is going to come across. He's around at the final corner. The bus stop chicane.
As Danny puts in a pole time there late on in the runnings there with a 1:43.7. So he's proving that the conditions aren't too far gone just yet.
Yep, they could improve near the end of the session, or they could stay like this. It's definitely not intermediates yet, not even much spray coming from some of the other tyres yet, but it's definitely getting worse as DRS is disabled. So I think these are the best of the dry times we're going to see. So I would say with quite confidence that Danny is on pole position.
We've got Tiers Roglu on the mediums coming into the final corner now, bus stop.
Oh no!
Lepson retires.
There's a crash at the exit of the double chicane. It's a Haas of Lepson and Dr. Uther, who have both cut out the curb and both ended their session in the barrier. And Max is almost into the wall. Drivers being caught out by these conditions left and right, not knowing the limits of these drier tyres in these slightly damp conditions, and it's definitely time for intermediate now, as Lampos is showing us. And who's that in the wall? It's Tilt in the wall at the exit of Poo in the Red Bull. So these drivers really being caught out on the curbs, and it's getting very slippery for these drivers. It's definitely Botnow's on the lap, but he's way down on his lap time, and look, he just has no grip.
Yep, he's just going to most likely just come straight into the pit here, knowing that he's not going to be able to set a better time than what he's already done. And yeah, the intermediate, I'm not sure. I haven't done any practice in the wet myself yet for Spa, so I don't know what kind of times we might be looking at on the intermediates, but this is certainly going to throw a spanner in the works in qualifying. I mean, we're going to have a bit of a mixed up grid, and
Great
Lampos is now out of the session as well, so yeah. A few retirements coming in thick and fast here.
You know, a lot of retirements already, very early in the session, the majority of them being actual crashes
Yeah.
overall. So it's just not looking particularly great for the drivers. I wonder whether it's going to be like this in the race. Formula Chris notifying me it is a 7-kilometer circuit. I think I was thinking of miles instead of kilometers.
Just watching
Easy
his
for-
boosted mess gets it a little wrong in the pit lane and bashes the wall. I'm wondering if that's if there was damage caused by that. But everybody's back in the pits at the moment. Only Nico is on outlap at the moment on the intermediate. So let's see what kind of what he can do. Eversnack's also putting the intermediates on, so everybody's going straight to the intermediates. A few people who have, a couple of people though, Danny and Turkey in particular, who've set those great times on the soft, so they're going to be sitting in a very good position. Daddy Otis and Lepson as well. A few others,
Yep.
anybody who's in the 45s there, I'm thinking kind of thing. They've managed to really beat the pack and get themselves in a great position now, because I don't think those times are ever going to be beaten in the wet.
Nope, as Toxka's retired in the pit lane. So this SLR qualifying session is definitely a short one for the shootout for pole.
Well, I think Tosca is one of those who set those times, and he knows, like, well, basically, yeah, he's not gonna. If it keeps getting wet, and that's what it says on the. That's what Jeff's telling us. Then nobody's gonna be able to beat those times. So you might as well save his tires for the race.
Max losing it at the top of a rouge, but manages to catch it in qualifying. Whoa. That was a
Ace Boy
mental
retires
save.
as well. Yep. I think you'll find a few of the people who've set those good times in the softs will just retire now, and yeah, Zyken retires as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're probably going to add about 6, 7, 8, 9 seconds onto the times just for being wet. As Max invalidates there in no name corner. Very, very tricky conditions for qualifying here. We're going to have a very mixed up grid. And Danny, out on pole at the moment, in with a great shot at his first win, I think, in SLR.
Yep, there's a Nico on his lap on the intermediates, the first one that we've seen. Almost ran on the grass there, and that is the end of his current lap. But he is going to continue by the looks of it. You've got a yellow at the top of a rouge, that is for Danny, who just lost the rear, I presume. Doesn't look like he's got any wing damage on board. I think it's just fun to watch these drivers come through these high-speed corners, seeing how they control the car, and obviously they seem to be doing a good job of it, as we haven't seen any crashes since.
Definitely Bot retires as well, and he was retired in the pits, but he's only set at 158, and you would expect a few of these drivers on the mediums, on the intermediates, to beat that. So
I think
curious
everyone
to what this is.
inside 45s are pretty set.
Yeah, I think our top 10 might be pretty safe at the moment with their times as they stand, kind of thing. But TS Roglu and definitely Bot still at risk. As Nick goes round in the bus stop chicane now, see what kind of time he can set. He's already in 150s. It's a 156. Yep.
Yeah. I think people inside the top 10 are pretty safe. So I think you can look at the top 10 right now, and I think that will be
Yep.
be it.
Yeah, that'll be most likely be the starting grid. So yeah. Well, probably, yeah, most likely it's going to be Danny on pole here then in Spa. Not sure what the weather's going to be like in the race, but with a mixed up grid and some of the faster drivers starting near the back, we're certainly going to see a very interesting opening to the race.
Yep. And Turkey taking it very carefully around Puan. He's on an outlap, so he doesn't need to risk anything. I don't think he needs to risk anything at all, really. He's pretty safe in his P2 right now.
As Eversnacks has invalidated his lap as well. I'm guessing he's just probably going to come in and give up on the rest of qualifying. It's going to be very difficult to beat those times.
Yep, he pulls in. As Nico's on his lap, he's on another one.
So, we just take a quick look at the constructors at the moment while we're waiting for lap times to come in. As you can see, Renault far in the lead of the constructors at the moment. Do you want to talk us through the rest of that, Bailey? Because I can't see it at the same time.
So yeah, Renault with quite a commanding lead over the Haas team, Ferrari, and Mercedes look to be duking it out for the final podium spot on these standings. Williams not far behind that, and then we have AlphaTauri, McLaren, Red Bull, and Alfa Romeo all kind of within close proximity. Racing Point at round 14 of the season, only scoring 13 points. So let's hope Formula Rigs and Turkey can lift that from where it's at currently.
Oh. And Daddy Otis is a reserve today. He's qualified 4th ahead of Ace Boy, who's obviously fighting for the championship. So he could be sticking claim for that Renault seat, and that could really help Renault run even further away if we can get if a driver like Daddy Otis can come in and stake a claim for that seat. But obviously depends on what's available and what he wants.
Yeah. Max almost loses it at P1, and it does a few times. It's very good at car control as he makes his way for the chicane. I don't think a chicane has an official name, if I'm honest. It probably does. It's just not well known.
I can't remember the name of that chicane himself, no. But I'm pretty sure every corner's got a name on it as we go down through Blanchimont towards bus stop. These high speed corners taken flat in a Formula 1 car.
Oh, is a road glue in the wall? Blanchimont. And that is the end of his session. Yep. So half the field out of qualifying with over 4 minutes to go. We have the timing bug, so it is over 4 minutes.
Yep.
You don't see this very often.
It's a 1:55 by Max. Dead, so it's a good time for the intermediates. Yeah, anybody who set even a half decent time, a 1:50 on the softs from T.S. Roglu's managed to keep him above all of the intermediate runners as well. But a couple of drivers still out there. I mean, looks like Formula Riggs isn't still in the pits kind of thing, but Floor still hasn't managed to set a time yet, so he's on an outlap at the moment. He's only driver to follow at the moment. We've got a very sparse grid. I know we've got Tilda as well on the lap as he comes into bus stop. See if he can improve on his 1:55. We nearly invalidated there, but I think he's got away with it. Yep, he does. Improve by a 10th, but it doesn't gain him any positions. So it only looks as though we've got Nico and Flo at the moment, who have got time to set a lap. Both on outlaps at the moment. Oh, Ever Snackslot also out on the mediums still, so maybe just getting some practice in the wet conditions, I wonder.
Yeah.
Any information on the race? What kind of race we're going to have? Are we going to have a dry, wet mixture of the two?
I'm just trying to have a look. I think it's a dry race.
Dry race. Okay,
from
so
the drivers. Oh, I've just got a very, very nice DM from Fortune Hunter, giving us all the corner names. So that little chicane is actually called Campus.
Campus, okay.
Oh, there we go. We know now. And the corner after that's called Stavolo. I probably said that right the first time. So thank you, Fortune, for the track map. I'll definitely use it.
Nico and Flo starting their final lap runs now. Flo needs to get a valid time in, as he keeps it nice and tidy through the corner name that I've also forgotten. Into another corner name that I've forgotten. Into no name corner, which I always seem to remember. And I think this one's Prix on this fast left-hander. It's going to be very tricky in these conditions.
Yep, almost flat in the dry. nowhere near that in the wet.
Yep.
Now coming through campus, you see now, Stills retired from the session, so there's actually only
Ooh, getting a bit
6
sideways
drivers.
there, Flo, but he holds it. It's looking a tidy lap so far. If he can keep it together, he should hopefully be within a chance of taking himself off the bottom spot.
Yep. He's coming through Blanchimon now. This fast left-hander. Does he dare take a flat? He does. Shifting down to 7th though, which I don't think would have been the smartest option.
Well, we saw Ezeroglu lose it there. The track conditions proven to be very slippery, and perhaps it's not so easy to take that flat, especially with a dry setup. As he does set a time, and he sets himself 13th. Well, it's a nice lap, and Nico behind him. I'm not sure if he improves or not, but he's 16th. So there we have our starting grid for the Spa Grand Prix.
Flo has left the session. I
That's
can't
unfortunate.
invite him either. I do not want to leave the session, no. So Danny's on pole for the Belgian Grand Prix. Can he take a second win of the season?
Oh, so this yeah, he already has won one then. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he won in Canada, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Turkey in second, his first time on the front row, I believe. Everson Axelot in P3. The Renault in P4. Lepson in P5. Eastboy P6. Shaka P7. Tox P8. Uther P9. As you can, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, it rounds out the top 10. Then we got Boosted, Mess, Azaroglu, Nico, Floor, Max Tild. Definitely bought Great Lampos and Formula Sing rigs. So definitely bought in P17. Not a good day for him.
Not good qualifying, no, but we've seen his ability to get past cars and to avoid incidents and things. But starting at the very back, it's much harder to avoid those incidents because if they're on lap 1, they tend to happen right in front of your face. Yeah, this should be an interesting start to the race because we've got a very mixed up grid to usual, and a few of the faster guys in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
So yeah.
We got a feed of error in the chat saying Danny's going to win. We definitely bought in P2, which would be a fantastic drive for him. And Ace got P3, wrong graphic.
Yep, apologise for that.
Yep, let's just try and get Floor back in. Let's hope I can. Alright, there we go. I sent him an invite, so let's hope we can get him back in. I'll send him another one. Because we want as many drivers in for these races, and there we go. He has returned. Return of the King.
Can you also invite Formula Rigs as well? Because I don't seem to have an option to do that for myself.
There we go. I have done that. You can't invite people through like the normal Steam overlay.
Yeah.
You have to, you have to like go through the game. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got them back in, so hopefully they can take their cars and be starting today's race.
Yep, fingers crossed. As we've got the formation lap underway.
We got some medium runners, as Aroglu, Nico, Max definitely bought. All on mediums. They're going to be trying a medium soft instead of soft to medium, which will spice it up a bit. Futuristic Thinks Turkey is going to win this race, starting from the front row of the grid. If he can get the move done into Lacombe, or maybe turn 1, we'll see as we make our way through the very long formation lap. The longest circuit on the calendar, so this one definitely does drag a bit.
Yeah, and that's where we see where a lot of the overtakes happening at Long Kemmel Straight. It's just, you can get so much overspeed there, but there's plenty of places where you can make a mistake here and lose a position or two.
Yeah.
On this track.
There's chat wants tyres.
Tyres. Okay, let's get
Chat always wants tyres. They don't want anything else.
Chat's very demanding. As always. But yeah, as we see, as we're most likely going to see a soft medium strat or a medium soft strat. A few of the guys at the back going for the mediums. Definitely Bot, Ezeroglu and Max all going for the mediums, and Nico as well. It's a surprise to see the other guys on the softs, to be honest. If you start at the back, I would almost certainly want to go for the mediums to start with. But Yeah, it is a pretty easy soft medium around this track, but if there is early pit stops, hards can be an option to keep it to a one-stopper, but they are very slow around here.
Yep. And we get prepared to line up for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Yep.
Round 14 of the SLR season. I'll let you take the start.
Yep, as we try and get a good camera. I can't seem to get one. How do I change the camera?
Oh, wait till everyone lines up, and then you just gotta keep flicking between drivers until you get a good one.
There we go. There's a good one. I've got 5 lights almost immediately, and we're all ready for the Spa Grand Prix, and away we go. And it looks as though Danny has got a very good start here. He immediately goes to the outside, and he's around. Oh, there's a big incident there. Somebody's caused a major accident there. Danny's off. That is unbelievably an unbelievable dive, and it's all mixed up straight away as Eversnaxel takes the lead, going through into Eau Rouge, and Turkey, who's managed to avoid trouble, is right behind him with Ace Boy and Daddy Otis following close behind. Torska behind that.
Oh my god, there's a 3-wide moment at the back between the 2 Red Bulls and a McLaren as Hiroglu down the middle, Tilt on the inside as they go down to the Lacombe and turns into Tilt in the top, and Danny's having an awful start. He got dived bomb by a Haas, I believe, and that just pushed him out. I think it was of left spawn, and Danny is really falling down the order. He gets tapped again. He's got no wing damage, so he'll be able to make his way back up as Shaka has a look, and Eversnaxel takes the lead from P3.
Yep. Very lots of incidents on the first lap there. Danny's not going to be happy with that.
Side-by-side moment through P1.
Yeah. The 2 Renaults.
Definitely bought, and the 2 Renaults battling out, definitely bought around the outside of floor at P1. And a great move. We got carnage at the back as Max and Tittle goes side by side everywhere. Haas have left on, who I think dived up the inside of Danny on the first lap. Will be very mad, and he's down all the way at about 9 seconds behind P18. And this is a great scrap for P12. It's just back and forth constantly as Tilt has wing damage, and now it looks like it's going to be between Max and Nico now. And Nico makes a hash of it.
Definitely Bot
gets through. And what's happened to Ace Boy? Ace Boy's in the pit lane.
Ace Boy must have damage there, I think. As I'm finding it difficult to catch up with him at the moment because he keeps moving down the grid. But guessing he must have damage there. He's got a new wing coming. Yes, he does. Yep. So that's unfortunate for him. An early pit stop. He goes onto the mediums.
Yep, and Flaw with the fastest lap of the race of 29 seconds. So very well done to him for getting around this circuit as fast as he can. Boosted Mess is having a look at Danny, but decides not to deploy any overtake. No one's deploying overtake on this first lap to employ an overtake. Ezeroglu on Boosted Mess, so he is. A little bit of contact, and that sends Ezeroglu into the wall. And he's got wing damage now. And there's a Red Bull behind who's spun, not related to the first incident. And we got a Renault as well, who's fallen down a couple of positions as well. Torska and Dr. Uther, he was losing out to, and he's fallen down 3 positions.
Yep.
He has no wing damage.
No signs of slowing this race slowing down as Dr. Uther gets past Daddy Otis to take 4th place as well. It's got a very interesting opening to the Spa Grand Prix. We're going to get time to take a breath here.
No, Boosted Mess is
no,
around!
Boosted Mess is around. No, he's lost it. Not sure if there was contact there.
It didn't look like it. I was on board of the car behind.
Same.
And I think he just spun out, and that's Formula Things. Formula Sim rigs around, and the Racing Point spinning the car back around once again. We got a lot of spins on the first couple of laps. We're not even on lap 3. DRS has not been deployed. And we already have massive carnages. Danny's going round the outside of Shaka. Is there going to be a spin? That is the first time an overtake's been done cleanly in this race, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Well done to Danny and Shaka for showing us all how it's done. Clean racing is done. There's Aiken on the back of Shaka now as well. But yeah, it's looking to starting to spread out a bit now, and big gaps forming. The front 2 have created a huge gap to Torska, 3.5 seconds.
Renault losing it in Rouge and manages to pull losing a wheel in the wall. Very impressive by the Renault to keep it but that's going to drop him down further. The McLaren's now on the outside of him, but he can break much later since he's not carrying as much speed as the McLaren. Very scary moment for the Renault. His race flashed before his eyes.
And if it was real life, maybe his life would have flashed before his eyes as well.
Oh, Max runs wide. That almost gave definitely Bot a chance. He's gained 7 positions in the opening 3 laps of this race.
Yep, definitely Bot keeping his nose clean as always and just making his way through the grid. But yeah, we've got a bit of a train going on here now from P6 down to P13 almost.
Yep, and McLaren of Azakin. Apologies if I said that incorrectly. They are all fighting for P7, who is up behind Shaka. Daddy Otis. Apologies once again. Some names are just hard to pronounce.
I think you got Daddy Otis right, but I think Azaikin is pronounced Azaikin. But that's just my take on it as well. I'm not entirely sure. I think we have to ask the guy and see what he thinks.
Yeah, but that's Dr. Uther around in the wall at the final chicane. He's into the wall, no front wing, he's going to have to drive a full lap, a very long lap of the circuit without any front wing. And Daddy Otis is overtaking Shaka now.
Yep, good
and
move
that
into the first corner there.
A way through once again, and these two looking very close to each other. And we got Max behind as well. Actually, there could be a switchback move between Shaka and Daddy Otis in the Renault, as them two are going to slipstream of each other. Azakin just sitting behind, getting the popcorn out there. Might be a collision here as they go round. Shaka goes round the outside. There's a bit of contact, and there it is. And Daddy Otis is around, and that definitely Bot and Max going side by side. And definitely Bot has now gained 10 positions in the opening 4 laps of this race. And mental from the Mercedes driver, and Daddy Otis is left becoming a grass cutter in the Renault and rejoins track all the way down in P12, and Dr. Ufer's limping around the track with half a front wing.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for Daddy Otis. He was doing ever so well up in the high points positions, and just a bit. I think there was contact there, a bit of contact, sent him off the track, but he's just got to keep his head down and do a good recovery drive here. There's a lot of incidents going on here as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a safety car at some stage in this race. Is Dr. Uther's retired?
Right
Is that going to be
it? It doesn't look like that's going to be a safety car, although he's parked right in the centre of the circuit. I think that might be a safety hazard. As definitely Bot's now going to have a look at Azakin as they go.
His car's already gone, so yeah, no safety car. I'm surprised
up the inside. Up the inside goes definitely Bot and Azakin on the McLaren. It looks like the move's done momentarily, but there still could be a move on. No, Azakin completely loses the rear and compromises his exit onto the straight.
Yeah, Max is now having a look at Azaikin as well, and Azaikin gets the switchback. What a lovely racing move there.
Are we going to go side by side through a Rouge? Oh, there's a bit of contact before
bit of wheel
the
bumping.
Rouge.
Nope, they're not. Max backs out of it, doesn't want to take the risk of going too wide through a Rouge. He knows he's going to get the DRS here, but Azaikin gets it as well. It's definitely bought Breeze's past Shaka with the DRS.
Yeah. Shaka just doesn't really want to fight Definitely Bot. I don't think he had the ERS to fight Definitely Bot. And the Mercedes drives into the sunset.
Yep, and on those medium tyres, Definitely Bot looks in a great position for this race, as I accidentally pressed the replay button and unpress it again. Never mind. So yeah.
Not much saying really. We've still got a battle for P6 between Shaka, Azakin and Max, and I think it will continue for the next couple of laps. Other than that, we don't really have any close battles.
Well, we've got
sort of evenly
Danny
spread.
hanging on the back of the podium position still. Done very well to stay with the front runners after that first lap incident.
Max is going to have a go on the McLaren maybe. He's very close to the back of him. He decides not to. He doesn't want to risk a move into Blanchimont, but there's definitely a move coming here. As there is with Danny and Torkska, I'll stay on board with the battle for P6 if you want to stay on board with the battle.
Yep.
for
Yep,
P3.
so Danny's got the DRS open now, going down around the outside into turn 1. He brakes later, but he doesn't get it done. He tries to get the switch back. So close at this stage, he's going to certainly get it done on the move, get the move done on the Kemmel Straight. But he's got to navigate Eau Rouge and Dirty Air first.
Azakin and Max looking increasingly likely they're going to go side by side through Rouge, and they are side by side, 2 right through there, and they don't collide. No one goes off circuit, and it's clean as you like from Max. But Azakin's going to come back after that side by side move.
Both get DRS on Shaka now into this. What's the name of it? Les Coms, I think it is. It's called, isn't it?
Lecom.
Lecom.
And Max hanging it around on the outside, and that's a fantastic move by the Ferrari.
Yeah, some great racing there from all drivers concerned. Lots of respect and space given on track, but not an inch given either at the same time. Oh.
Yep, and Danny did get past Tosca in the meantime.
Max did touch a curb there that can sometimes spell death, but he gets away with it. And I think they'll both be looking to get past Shaka as fast as he can, because Shaka 3.5 seconds off, definitely Bot now, who's created a large gap already on those medium tyres.
Yep, so medium's looking very handy for these drivers right now. Everyone on the medium seems just to have the edge over the soft compound runners. This Formula Scumrix gets a 3-second time penalty.
I'm thinking that Ace Boy is going to have to pit again, I think, near the end for another set of softs maybe, because he's moved to the mediums so early. I'm pretty sure he qualified on the softs. So started the race on the soft, so he'll have to go to another set. But I'm pretty sure he's got a fresh set available after the qualifying that we had.
Yep.
See Max now looking at the back of Shaka into turn 1. He tries to go down the inside. Is he going to get the move done? He does, by the looks of things. Yep. Gain on the medium tyres, proving quicker than the softs at the moment.
Yep, but I don't think the move's completely done for Max yet.
Yeah, he's not
Shaka
gonna...
will have that DRS, and there's a bit of contact there, which will only push Max along, getting him some speed. And side by side, Shaka and Max go.
Shaka gets a DRS. He's already ahead before he even gets to the DRS zone, so yeah, Shaka gets that move back. It proves that you need to kind of pick your moments here at Spa, otherwise you just end up swapping positions like a yo-yo.
Yeah, I remember in EGL, I think we were fighting for the podiums. I was behind someone, and it was Terra, the tier 1 commentator, the one and only. And he went deep into turn 1 to try and let me through, so he'd get back past me through the Kemmel Straight, and we just slowly went through turn 1. So you got to really pick your moment at the circuit. You can't do it too early, unless you can build unless you can get a really good exit out of turn 1 or the final chicane and build that gap. And Danny really catching the top 2 within a second of them now. As Hiroki picks up a 3-second time penalty. But Danny looking increasingly likely that he will be a contender for this race win, even after going very wide at the first corner as Eversnaxalot pits.
Okay, so that's a very early pit stop there. I'm wondering if he's thinking that maybe the undercut's worth it. But
Shaka boxes as well.
Yeah, so some early pit stops coming through here. A few people at the back already have pitted because of early incidents and have gone on at the hards. I'm wondering if these guys are also going to go on at the hards as well, as Eversnax goes on at the hards, yeah. Torska in the pits as well. Torska's coming at the pits.
Yep, so Torska's strapped on the mediums. Shaka's on the mediums, Azakin's on the hards. Eversnax a lot on the hards. So just see the splits in strategy. I've seen what other people are opting for. Torska's come out behind Ace Boy. Ace Boy on 5-lap old medium tyres. Torska will try and get past Ace Boy if he can down the straight, but doesn't look like it.
Surprised to see so many people going for the hard tyres on this track, because the soft medium strategy is should be very easily doable here, and they are quicker tyres. So surprised to see so many people opting for the early pits, or with the early pits for whatever reason, whether it's damage or whatever, to go for the hards.
Guess it's just personal choice really. If you want to go for the hard compound tyres, it's and if you feel like it, for all means go for it. But yeah, I think soft mediums would definitely be the fastest strategy around here. If some of the other drivers don't think that, then they're free to choose what they want. If they're comfortable with that strategy, all their practice has been done on the hard compound tires, or maybe they're running a high tire wear setup, then they can definitely go for that. As Danny and Turkey pit, Danny very gingerly into the pits, doesn't want to hit that barrier.
Yep. So definitely Bot takes provisional lead of the race. Closest battle we've got on track at the moment is Torska on the back of Ace Boy. He's going to get DRS here out of bus stop onto the main straight. Let's see if he can get a move done past Ace Boy onto the Kemmel straight, or whether Ace Boy is going to defend. He's got a lot of ERS to play with here, has Torska. But
Turkey's come out ahead of Everson Axelot, so Turkey has taken the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix.
So an overcut there. Or is it just because the hard tyres were so slow on Eversnax's out lap compared to the soft lap of Turkey's last soft lap, you know? So yeah, Eversnax goes for the undercut and it doesn't pay off.
We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. I think that's for Great Lampos, who's spun at the bus stop chicane. Hopefully he can get I'll turn around and going again, which he has.
He has got going. Doesn't look like he's got any damage, so he just needs to keep his head down and carry on.
Yep, maybe hope for a safety car for his sake. Datius not on the back of Ezeroglu, and it's just not looking too great for him. Tier 4 always has the hardest names to pronounce, I swear.
So we've got a mini 3-car train at the moment with for provisional lead of the race, with Turkey heading that at the moment. Eversnaxel may regret going on to those hard tyres now, because he could fall out of this the running for this, and definitely Bot coming on the softs at the end of the race. It's going to be very fast.
He's just picked up a 3-second time penalty, which is not going to help his situation.
No, that's very unfortunate. So Eversnax.
Danny, I think it's Danny he's got to worry about right now for Eversnax.
Yeah.
And around the outside, Danny goes, he gets pushed onto the grass.
Doesn't get the move done, so yeah. No quarter given there by Eversnax, but he's almost sure to get the move done sooner rather than later, and it looks like he's going to have a go into turn 1 as well.
Which we've seen before might not be the smartest move from Danny, and
but
it doesn't look like it is.
Danny is close enough to the car in front at the moment to get DRS from Turkey, so he's picked his he may have picked his moment well, so you may be able to fight off Eversnax here.
Yeah, but Eversnax has got the much better run now, very close between the front wing and the rear tyre there of the two cars, and that's how Eversnax is able to get back past the Williams.
So even with the DRS, the slipstream as well is very powerful down there, and Danny with out much ERS there as well, kind of thing, just could not defend the position.
Nope. And Bot is free into the wild. Do you know how long a pit stop is around here?
I have no clue. No clue. At a guess, I would say maybe 22 seconds, but we can certainly time it now and see what happens here. and see what happens here. As yeah, definitely Bot gaining 16 positions so far in the race, but obviously he still has to pit. But he's going to come out of the pits on a very, very fast set of softs.
Yeah.
So we'll almost certainly be looking to get past drivers as well. So if it is 20 seconds, if he pitted now, he would be coming out in around 8th place.
I don't think it is 22 seconds or 20 seconds, because he was about 2 seconds behind Danny when Danny pitted. So I think a pit stop round here is about 17 seconds.
Okay,
so obviously you cut turn 1 as well. You cut a bit of turn 1.
True. Yeah. So yeah, you've come out maybe 7th or 8th place. So not too bad considering the leaders that would be 4th.
Great Lampos has left the session. He spun at the exit of the of P1.
That's unfortunate.
Yes. We got a virtual safety car. So will anyone be looking at this and starting to pit? Datius has. None of the really fast drivers will be pitting. Can't like Eversnax a lot, who's on the back straight right now. Can he look at this virtual safety car ending and then bolt a move on Turkey? Can Danny do the same thing? They're going side by side currently. That might be against VSC regulations, but I don't think the rules.
Yep, you could end up with a penalty for ignoring the yellow flags just as easily. But yeah, they'll certainly be all trying to time this restart perfectly. But it seems to be lasting a while, this safety piece. Yeah, see, as there we go, it's just re-enabled, and we've got DRS back as well. So,
Yep.
back
so,
underway.
Turkey, Snacks, and Danny all are gonna be breathing down Nico's neck in the Red Bull. So Nico is just gonna be a bit of a hurdle between these drivers, and if Turkey can negotiate him at the start of the com and then have Nico hold Snacks a lot and Danny up all the way through the middle sector, that could give him a chance to get away from the guys behind.
Yeah, and at the moment, the guys guys in front on the mediums, they're all looking in a very good position as well for this race. It could be anybody's at this moment from the top 7, 8 drivers, I would say.
Well, Turkey's gone for it on Nico, and Danny's gone for it on Snacks. So
Danny gets it done on Snacks there on the braking. Brilliant move.
Yep, and a lot of action through this. Nico, I don't know whether he's just gonna sit back or he's gonna maybe go for a move.
Nico on 11 lap old mediums at the moment. He's going to be feeling a bit of wear on those tyres compared to the fresh ones of the drivers around him. So he's not going to be. He knows that he's not fighting these drivers for position at the moment. So he'll probably won't fight too hard.
He might want to take that back. It goes very close to the back of Turkey. It doesn't.
But he's
to think anything of it.
That's great news for Turkey, because Danny doesn't get past Nico in that move, in that straight either, so he can now create a gap to him, to Danny, with using Nico as a buffer.
Yep.
So the race is starting to calm down a little bit now, and we've got kind of everybody's kind of settling into their positions, and after the mayhem of the first few laps. But yeah, what an interesting start of the race we had there, Biggie. Eh?
Yeah, a lot of carnage throughout the grid. We had carnage in qualifying, so to get them during the race is just a bit of a bonus. Nico is still holding up the guys behind, almost a second between him and Turkey, and there is a second between him and Turkey. So that is exactly what the Racing Point would have hoped for, and Danny's going to go around the outside of Blanchimont. We've seen him do some opportunistic moves before. This time it hasn't worked out, and that flex on at the Eau Rouge. He's gone into the wall, and that is him with wing damage for the Haas.
Yep, he's gonna have to pit again. And
Danny going for it on Nico down to turn 1.
And we've seen this done before, and it hasn't worked out. Let's see if he's got a trick up his sleeve. I don't think he will, but yeah. What's the definition of insanity?
Going for a move in turn 1 and having this exact thing happening to you. Nico getting the jump on him, and Ever Snackslaw. And Danny getting very frustrated at Nico, but I mean, he's done it before, and he should have realised that doesn't quite work yet.
He needs to pick his moments. It was mentioned before, so Danny again hasn't learned his lesson from the first time and repeats his mistake. So let's see if he learns on the next lap. Because these guys, we've got a train of 5 cars now, all behind Turkey.
Yep, his boy.
Nico's doing very well to hang on at the back of Turkey, I must say, with those older tyres, and to fend off Danny at the same time.
Yep, as Ace Boys caught up to the back, there's a battle developing for P9 right now. Azakin and Ezeroglu are catching to the back of Shaka, so that I think we'll see a battle for that position soon. I'm just going to focus on this 5-car train, more like a 4-car train though, as Turkey is pretty much out of any attacking range. Eversnacks
gets another 3-second time penalty, and we're going to start seeing time penalties will come into play at the end of this race, I think, because we have got a fairly tight field.
Danny has a look at Nico. Danny's going to go for it, Nico, and there's contact at the back, and it looked like Eversnacks went into the back,
and there's
Danny,
more contact on the exit.
Danny loses it. That allows Ace Boy to get a 2-in-1 move, and Eversnacks might have some wing damage. I think he might have some line wing damage, and Ace Boy and Nico battling side by side. Now, well, they will be as they go up the hill. Danny will be looking at this, hoping to get past these guys, and Ace Boy look almost losing it up the hill. Danny with no ERS now, and Ace Boy with a lot of it, but he's not deploying.
Nope.
So he doesn't really want to get past. As a Roglu is within 2 temps of his teammate, and it looks like this move is going to be done quite easily there with just DRS and a straight line.
And that's terrific patience and racecraft there from Ace Boy there to pick up the scraps there. Danny couldn't get the move done on Nico. Nico maybe was defending it a little too hard, considering they're not on the same strategy. But Ace Boy now is going to maybe show Danny how it's done and how you get past a slow a driver on a slower tyre.
Boosted goes tries to have a look all the way around the outside of the 13th place Red Bull, but goes onto the grass, not able to do so, and that allows the Renault de Tortoise to get onto the back of this, and a battle for P13. We got battle for P4, we got battle for P9, and one for P13. So 3 battles there with some nice cars there. With the majority of cars there. Sorry.
Ace Boy very close to the back of Nico now, and then comes out and brakes late into the bus stop chicane and gets the move done very quickly, and he goes up into the pits. Okay, that's an interesting.
So where is Bot gonna come out of the pit lane in all this? He's just boxed. He's gonna come out a couple seconds behind, but he will be in clean air and able to catch up to these guys. It's not really that far away. Tosca's caught up to the back of these guys as well. Torres is going to have a go on Boosted Mess here for P14. Up the inside at bus stop chicane. The Renault on the Alfa Romeo, and it turns to the outside, and that's Boosted Mess almost spinning. And Boosted Mess.
Daddy Otis gets the move done in the end, yeah. So interestingly, then definitely Bot's got his teammate in front of him on that harder compound tyre. 6 laps old.
Roglu out of nowhere is going to make it on Shaka. Shaka gets squeezed out, gets a 3-second time penalty because of it. But as a Roglu gets up to P7 in the end.
So as a Roglu, good comeback from him on the hard tyres. He did this last week in Tier 4 with a great recovery drive after a first lap incident in Hungary. Proving his worth once again, as there's a Zyken is round.
Yep, he is into the wall, and he has half a front wing.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him. That's I think his second incident of today. He's going to have to pit, but maybe he can go on to the softs and gain a few positions before the end of the race and get himself into points. Especially if he hasn't got any penalties and he's kept that clean. Not sure on the penalty situation as it stands, but Danny picks one up there. So that could be a major impact for the lead of this race, which is still really up in the air. Turkey's doing very well at the moment, but he seems to be, as Max pits now, Turkey takes the lead of the race again, but Danny very close to the back of him.
On the inside of Snaxalot into turn 1. Toltz and Snaxalot still going side by side. Does Bot sniff a chance here to go side by side up a Rouge? He decides not to. He might get a 2-in-1 move done here. He's going to get some double slipstream, and he shifts down into 7th for some reason, but back up to 8th. DRS is open. He's going to get a double slipstream, and it's going to be 3 wide for P3.
He gets pushed out onto the grass there a bit though.
Onto the grass, and it looks like definitely Bot might have the move done, but Snaxalot on the outside gets it, and then definitely Bot does the switchback, goes all the way around the outside on those much better soft compound tyres, and gets the move done for P3. And only 3.3 seconds away from the lead battle.
So yeah, straight away he comes out of the pits of the soft tyres, very quick on those tyres, and he gets 2 drivers in one move. What a proving why he's the championship leader at the moment, definitely. But that was terrific. He's only got 3 seconds to make up to Danny, and then after that I think he's going to make short work of Danny and Turkey. But they're going to have to they're going to be fighting for that. That's for position. So maybe
this boy's having a look on the outside of I forgot the name of the corner, but he's done it, losing the rear all the way on the outside. It's P1, the corner's called.
Yep, P1, yep.
He gets the move done, losing the rear as he does it. A good move by him to get it done. Danny's going to have a look on Turkey now, but Danny with no ERS That means no overtaking for him currently, unless he can get a really good run compared to the Racing Point, which doesn't look like he can in this current situation. But I think we'll see definitely Bot come across the line, and he won't set the fastest lap, but I think we'll see one in this lap. Toltska still on the back of Snacks a lot.
Yep.
Shaka, I think it's Nico and Flaw that are closing in each other, and Datos and Tilda coming close to each other as well.
So yeah, Torska maybe saving things here for the Kemmel Straight as he tries to look on the side of Ever Snacks. And trying to weave, deciding which way he's going to go. He's got the DRS, but he doesn't look like he's got a great amount of overspeed here. He's got Eversnacks with the inside line, keeps the position well held by Eversnacks. Good racing.
Yep, as Danny is very close to Tilda, so I think we'll see him move here as they go up the hill. And I think the move will be done here. I think it'll be quite a simple one.
You see Ace Boy is also already closing on the back of Tiezeroglu, and with those soft tyres should make short work of him. I'm wondering whether or not he's going to save it for the straight or whether or not he's going to try and make a move elsewhere if he gets close enough.
Definitely Bot already within DRS of the top two.
Yeah.
So definitely Bot from P17 on the grid, definitely looking at this spot on the top step of the podium against Danny and Turkey, and that is Shaka in the gravel at the campus chicane.
Looks like he's got away with that a bit. No damage to his front wing, but yeah, Shaka getting it a bit wrong there and falls out of the points. It's fortunate for him. 6 seconds off the back of Nico now. So
Is
he's
Danny gonna make the mistake for the past couple of laps? He doesn't. He does not go for the move down to turn 1. He is finally gonna try and go for the move down the Kemmel Straight like we said he should. Definitely Bot, not that far behind. Much more ERS than these two in front.
He's just been biding his time for this moment, really, just keeping himself clean. And he could get another double move done here, definitely, Bot, because these two are going to be preoccupied with each other.
I think he's just going to get a move done on Danny. Danny goes to defensive on the inside. That's going to allow definitely Bot on the outside. And the Williams not able to defend from those much better soft compound tyres. And definitely Bot gets himself up in a P2. Turkey looking like he's a bit...
Yeah, it looks like a Turkey in a shootout at the moment. Like, because he's got no defense against. He can't defend against definitely Bot in any way, shape, or form. He's just going to have to watch him overtake him and watch him run away with the lead of the race that he's held for them almost the entire race. And definitely Bot's just going to come and snatch it in the last 4 laps. So yeah,
Danny
nothing you can do about it. Danny does have a 3-second penalty, yeah, so that could affect his podium chances, but I'm pretty sure he should be able to it should be these 3 for the podium, but so he's out the run for the win. But Turkey, let's see how well Turkey can fight this, because he must know he's fighting in a position that he hasn't got much of a chance of succeeding, to be fair. See what he does.
It's looking pretty slim. If he can just make it stick, maybe try and force.
Oh, and he might get DRS here from this ghosted car in front.
That is off Great Lampros, and I don't know. We will find out. He is. I don't know whether.
I honestly don't think it's going to save him, to be honest, even if he gets the DRS. But
he's using his overtake. He wants it.
Yeah, he's
I don't know whether he's got it though. He has got it. He's going to get slipstream from this ghost car as well. And that might just be enough to keep him ahead on this occasion, and it is. So Turkey getting lucky with some DRS and slipstream.
Yep.
And Ace Boy's right on the back as Tolska gets past Eversnacks a lot. Ace Boy's right on the back of Ezeroglu, and looks like the move's going to be done on the McLaren on the outside, and it's already done.
Yep.
And Flaws within 2 tenths of Nico. It's going to be around the outside move for Flaw for the 9th place position. 2 points scoring, and he gets the move done on Nico. Is Nico going to fight back though? Very close between the two. Nico has a look at the inside but doesn't go for it.
Yep, it's definitely what is just hanging in within a tenth almost. He's pushing Turkey around all of these corners here. just waiting for the next chance, and Turkey's not going to have DRS the next time round. He's still just a sitting duck waiting to be overtaken here, but Danny still staying with the group.
Oh, Bob might go for it here. Is he going to go for it on the outside of Blanchimont? He is, and it looks, actually he backs out with the move, so it doesn't feel like he wants to go for that.
The wrong place to make a move, I think, because although you can make the move, doesn't mean you should make the move, because he's going to lose he's going to have DRS on you too quickly around the Kemmel Straight and the start-finish straight. He wants to make the move on that Kemmel Straight so that there's no chance of Turkey ever coming back at him, because he's going to be much quicker through the second sector on those soft tyres. So yeah, he's got biding his time.
The rear, so that's not going to help him. Turkey not using any overtake, but Bot has more, so Bot can afford it. He's Bot
almost
is very
certainly
close.
going to get it done here, and then take the lead of the race. And then I can't look past definitely Bot, because I don't see him making a mistake till the end, and I don't see Turkey being able to hang on to the back of him. Yep, he gets the lead, and now he's just washed through this sector. He's going to disappear because those soft tyres already 6/10 ahead, and yep, he's going to drop DRS, and that'll be the race over, I'm afraid, for Turkey. It's very unfortunate for him. He started a brilliant race after taking advantage of a hectic qualifying, but P2 is not to be turned down by any means, because he looks as though as long as he doesn't have any penalties, he should be good for a P2 finish here. But Danny is almost certainly going to be putting him under pressure at the end, but he's held him off so far. Should be able to hold him off for another couple of laps. Max picks up a 3-second time penalty. I think that's a few for Max now as well. That could affect his finishing position come the end of the race. He's very close now at the back of Eversnacks, as we've got a couple of soft runners trying to make their way through the grid still.
Yeah, that's his third penalty. Max is right on the back of Eversnacks a lot, so he has to actually lift off just to make sure he doesn't go into the back of the Haas. And it looks like he might go for a move here. He has a look, but he doesn't go for it. As Danny's going to go for it on Turkey. He didn't see that one coming. Danny gets the move done.
Yeah, but he's got it done early again, so now he's got to go through the
but
DRS.
He's done it early enough that he's got the DRS, and what has happened to Max? He's in the wall. He's gone straight line through the chicane. I think he might have hit Tolska, and now he is retired from the session. At the exit of the final corner, he got a 10-second time penalty. Tolska's got a 5-second time penalty, both for corner cutting. So what has happened there?
I think that's maybe a move gone wrong in the bus stop chicane there, and somebody's if you cut that too much or so, you end up with a 10-second time penalty. But that's very unfortunate. But Tolska seems to have come out relatively unscathed. He's still in his 4th position. Max, on the other hand, out of the race. Unfortunate.
And Snap's on the outside of Tolska now, holding it all the way on the outside. He doesn't manage to. And that is Snacks out of it. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, okay, never mind. I thought SY was already on the back of this, but it was Max that was on, and then he had that collision with someone.
Nico still battling with Flo for the lower points paying positions here. He's on the soft tyre.
Darius and Shaka going side by side. They're battling for the final points paying position. And it looks like they've done for Darius and Shaka's not going to be able to score any points in this race.
With the penalties come the end of the race, things could be mixed up quite a bit. At the moment, he just wants to try and stay within touching distance of the points here, Shaka. He's not had the greatest run in the championship recently. They had a great start of the season, picking up quite a few points in the early stages of the season, but they seem to have dried up a little bit late, so he'll be happy for any point he can get.
Yep.
As Bruce's Mess picks up the 3-second time penalty there, so we're seeing a few people are going to have those penalties racking up a little bit, the warnings racking up a bit. But definitely Bot, as he starts the last lap of this race in a commanding position.
A lot going side by side. Ace Boy here gained like 2 seconds on those guys in one lap, which is quite insane.
Pretty good, yeah. Fortunately for Ace Boy, it's not enough, is it? Because definitely Bot's done.
Danny and Turkey going side by side once again. Danny gets that move done for another time.
Yeah.
Turkey got back past him on the Kemmel. And look at the speed that Renault has. Compared to someone who has no ERS, no Slipstream or DRS, can't compete with it. Nico and Flo are battling, and it looks like Nico's finally managed to get ahead of the AlphaTauri. And is Everson Axelrod going to have a look and talks? Yeah, he does, but he completely messes himself up for the next sequence of corners.
Yep.
We are on the final lap of the race. I didn't notice until now.
Yeah, we are. I just mentioned that his daddy crossed the line of the daddy was crossed the line to start it. There's a McLaren very slowly. Oh no, he's zagging. He was just making his way through bus stop extremely slowly. I think he's kind of given up on the race, knowing that he's in 15th at the moment. It's not been a great race for him. Have a look and see. Think about who we're going to have for driver of the day.
I feel like we're going to have a dive here. There's from Ezeroglu and Everson Axelrod. They're going side by side. Everson Axelrod has wing damage. There could be some contact. They're going side by side through Shimon. As definitely Bot takes a checker flag and wins the Belgian Grand Prix. And then we have Turkey P2 and Danny in P3. Are we going to see any dives? Some late lap dives down into the final chicane. It looks like Ace-Boy's going to get P4 for the time being. We'll see where penalties puts people. It is Ezeroglu who gets P5. It's Nico who gets P5.
Floor wins. That's something.
Floor
No,
wins.
something's gone wrong there. That's a major bug there. That's a major bug.
Congratulations, Flaw, on your amazing win here today. I think Flaw's P9, if I'm not mistaken, in the final standings. So Nico P5, Ezeroglu P7, Tosa P8, Everson Axelrod P8, and then it'll be Flaw P9.
Shaggy just missing out on the points, unfortunate for him. But Ezeroglu, great recovery drive from him as well, and Danny's had a great race as well to get a podium finish here in the end after that first lap dive from the Haas. I'm not sure whose Haas it was. Everson Axelrod's the only Haas on the grid at the moment, but it may have been something else entirely. You never know what happens with the start of races these days, with the bugs and issues we've got with the game at the moment. But that is it over for an extremely entertaining Spa Grand Prix.
Yeah. Don't really know what to say, really.
Yeah, lots of incidents, lots of work for the FIA to do, I would say. Formula Sim Race gets driver of the day by the game. I'm not sure who we're going to give it to. Trying to think who had a great race. And I mean, it's hard to look past definitely, but he does do this every week. And he he does win driver of the day a lot, but it is hard to look past him, to be honest. Because he's one of the few drivers who had a perfect race. Let's look at the penalties and see if anybody had a penalty-free race as well.
We'll see. I think the top two had a penalty-free race. Well, yes, the top two did have a penalty-free race. Just Flaw and Formula Sim Rigs.
Definitely got Turkey. So
a 5-second lap time.
Yeah, just to ignore the top two, obviously the bugs in the game causing some issues there. Maybe they got disconnected at some point. They both got disconnected at the start of the race, did they not? Yeah, so maybe that has something to do with it, but never mind. Definitely Bot, the winner of the race. I'm tempted to give it to Turkey, or possibly Nico as well, who also had a great race, starting in 13th and finishing with no penalty points in 7th place. But Turkey had a great race. A reserve driver today just came in and held his own essentially. Yeah, he was leading the race brilliantly from start to finish. Essentially, after that early incident from Danny. Yeah, what are your thoughts? What's chat's thoughts on driver of the day?
Well, we'll see how many times some other drivers have got driver of the day. We can't give it to the same person every week. Definitely Bot had it on Spielberg, so of the Austrian Grand Prix. He's had it 4 times this season, so I think it's fair if we give it to someone else.
My vote would go for either Nico or Turkey.
I was thinking him. I think that'll be a good shout.
Ace Boy with fastest lap of the race as well, worth mentioning in that. The 144. So yeah, as we move over to interviews. Let's see who we've got. So, yeah, let's bring in Shaka to start with. Talk about his race. Good evening, Shaka. Welcome to the stream. I hope you don't mind us bringing you in for a quick interview. Won't keep you too long. Didn't go all to plan today for you, but it didn't seem as though you had too many problems. Did you get stuck in incidents? What was going wrong for you today, kind of thing? The pace went up there, or talk us through it?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I have no pace anyways, but no, the first stint actually I was able to keep up, but just when I went on the mediums, everybody just started passing me. I have no idea. I mean, I'm just slow with them, so
that's unfortunate. Yeah.
Say.
So a lot went on in the race today, kind of thing. And ordinarily, this is a kind of race that you kind of shine and do well in because you kind of avoid all of the incidents and things. Did you see a lot of that going on, especially in the opening laps?
Yeah, actually, on turn 1, first lap, just at the start, I saw the car in front of me. I think it was Lepson. He just went straight into 3 cars, like completely straight. So I don't know if you catch that, but yeah, that was pretty bad.
Pretty sure I saw something in the. I think you got a jump start or something like that kind of thing. But yeah, let the FIA deal with it. FIA deal with all of that come the end of the race kind of thing. But you didn't get too caught up in any of that. I saw at the start kind of thing, and you took advantage of a great qualifying session to get out early on the softs and set up a quick time that you early in the session. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, I wasn't caught with anything, so I took a few positions, and then from there, actually, I felt I had good pace to keep up with the front runners. Well, not with the front runners, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just that kind of went away after the pit stop. I don't know why exactly, but I have to go back and study what happened.
Yep.
But yeah, a bit disappointed not to end up with points, but
yeah,
it's what it is.
Unfortunate for you. Another P11 finish just outside of the points. Hopefully your luck changes for the next coming races, and then you can pick up a few more points and do some more damage in the championship. But we'll move on to the next interview. Thanks for your time, Shaka.
Thank you. Bye.
Who should we bring in next? We'll bring in Danny. He had a great race today, but didn't go to plan for him. Let's get his thoughts on. Let's get your thoughts on that turn 1, lap 1. Shenanigans didn't go well for you from the start. You got. Should we just call it bullied out of turn 1 for the time being until the FIA deal with that? Yeah, but you had a great recovery drive, Danny. After that, you did well to get back into things and had some great battles on track. How did that go for you?
Quite well. Although, yeah, I was listening to the stream. I should have waited behind every time I tried to move into turn 1 because it would just get passed on the camel straight. And yeah.
Yeah, you did that a couple of times, but glad to see you learning and growing as a driver.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was unfortunate what happened to you in turn 1, that kind of thing. But considering definitely Bot's race today, I'm not so sure it would have made too much of a difference. He did very well to get back into the fight with Turkey. But how much do you feel as though qualifying helped you, or was it a case that you felt as though you were pretty quick in qualifying, regardless, and you would have been at the top anyway?
Oh, qualifying was just hectic. I heard rain, and I was like, I'm going to try and go out, because there's not many people out on track right now. And I knew the rain was coming, because it said 5 minutes, and that's usually 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So I went out, and it came within the 2 minutes. I just started my lap, so I was thinking, people are going to have lower lap times. So I thought, I'm going to push as hard as I can, try not to make any mistake, and it paid off. But then, as soon as the rain just started coming down, I was like, no one's going to beat this time.
Yeah.
But then, as soon as the start of the race, I then thought, definitely Bot's going to make his way up as he usually does, and he's going to win. He's just too quick.
He is too quick at the moment, kind of thing. Yeah, but yeah, the championship's in his hands. But obviously, there's a lot to still fight for P2 and other bragging rights and such. But yeah, you've proven some consistency over the last few races now here in Tier 4, and you're a constant figure up in the top few things. And you won your first race in Canada as well. Is that right? Because we weren't sure on the stream.
Yeah, I won in Canada.
Brilliant. So yeah, what races for the end of the season kind of thing are you looking at and thinking maybe I can win that one, particularly if definitely Bot doesn't show up or something like that?
Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
Quite strong around Brazil. It's quite a nice flowish track. I can't remember what else is at the end of the season.
But yeah, that's a bit comes a bit late in the season. But which track's next? I can't remember now.
Monza?
Monza next, yeah, Monza. So, great track for late break overtaking, which you seem to be a fan of. How are you feeling about Monza?
Strong.
Strong,
Nice. Nice, long. Well, not long, but like there's just a lot of straights. There's not many turns, so you have a lot of opportunities to overtake.
So hopefully you see more of those overtakes next week. But you did seem to be struggling a bit today to get past a couple of people, and whether or not that was because you didn't pick your timings and things, that kind of thing. Is that something that you're going to be working on for next time?
Yeah,
Great.
definitely.
Great stuff. Right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Teddy. We've got a couple more people to interview, so we'll let you love you and leave you. But you take care and good luck next race.
Thank you.
Do you want to bring in? We got Ace Boy as a Roglu unboosted.
We can bring in Ace Boy. He had a terrific race there, so we'll bring him in. Welcome, Ace Boy, and thanks for joining us for an interview.
Hello.
Great race for you there. You came from the positions at the back, but from my point of view, looking at your race today, it must always feel each week kind of thing that it doesn't really matter how well you do or what you do kind of thing in the race. Definitely, Bot's going to one up you and run away with this championship.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. At the beginning I lost my wing. I don't know due to what, but I'll review that again. Had a great comeback drive coming from P19 after lap 1. So yeah, pretty happy with the results.
Yeah, not a bad finish as well, and did very well to keep it clean throughout the entire race as well. No penalties for you. What was it? Is it just because you've? What would you say is the secret to that? Because obviously other drivers might want to know how do these guys get 0 penalties throughout the entire race?
I have actually no answer to that. I just drive. Yeah, and then hopefully if I push a bit too much to the limit, I let go of the throttle, and then it doesn't give me a penalty normally. For the rest, I'm not really sure.
Oh well, it's some advice there, because I mean I have noticed as well. Ice has mentioned before in practice sessions that it's based on delta time. So if you purposely scupper your delta, if you know you're going to get a penalty for running wide or so, if you purposely scupper it by lifting, then it sometimes doesn't give you the warning or the penalty. So that's something that some of the stream viewers can take away. But given the championship, the way the kind of things going in the championship at the moment with against Definitely Bot, you're the only person who can really challenge him at the moment. How confident are you that you can win this championship going into the end of the season? Because he's proving to be a very, very tough opponent.
Well, not that confident anymore. I was 3 races ago, but all of a sudden, every time he manages to get the P1, yeah. Really unfortunate, as I keep getting dropped out and moved back on the field in qualifying or during the race. So at that point, he manages to pull ahead and just win the race.
Yeah, it seems like he seems to be getting all the luck at the moment, and you don't seem to be getting any with qualifying problems last week with the grid penalty and things like that kind of thing. But hopefully your luck changes, and we can see hopefully a fight till the end of the last race. But yeah, I'm sure you won't give up and keep fighting it.
No.
Anything can happen.
No, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks.
You take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yeah, you too.
Right. Okay, and we've got Boosted Mess and T.S. Roglu left, and I think I've only really got time for one more interview, so we've got to pick between them. Thinking T.S. Roglu finishing the points, so we've got to go with him, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So T.S. Roglu, another good recovery drive from you today. Again, last week you did a fantastic recovery drive, and but it didn't quite pan out as well as last week, did it? Looks as though we don't have him.
Oh, I saw his green light flicker. Maybe he's around. No, I think he is away from the keyboard. He is AFK.
Okay,
We'll drag
no
him back in
problem.
the Corona Club, and
We'll bring in Boosted Mess instead then. Okay, so Boosted Mess, very early in your career in SLR essentially kind of thing, and another not incident-free race for you there. Talk us through where what went wrong for you.
I was running not too bad at the beginning. I thought I took advantage of the bit of a messy start from the sort of front runners there. I don't know what happened up ahead, but then yeah, I can't actually remember exactly where it went wrong at the start there, but I know I spun somewhere sort of fairly early on. I think it was just pressure of kind of, you know, making your way up to that position and then wanting to try and hold it, and sort of feeling rushed to try and keep up with everybody else. Couple that with the fact that I think it was a bit of a cold track to begin with as well, so the softs weren't particularly sticky either. And I think I just clipped a curb wrong or something and just spun out.
Yep, but unfortunate for you, but you did well to keep going, and we'd like to see that from drivers, just to keep their head down and keep trying, because obviously anything can happen towards the end of the race, safety cars or anything like that kind of thing. And I am seeing improvements from your racing and things like that kind of thing. Your pace has always been fairly good, but it's just consistency I think that you need to work on more. How often is it that you get to practice each week?
To be fair, most nights I can get a bit of a run on, but I mean, like you say, having only been racing in this league for a little over 2 weeks now, it's it's just getting my head down and just kind of keeping up with it really.
It doesn't take long to kind of for it to come if you practice hard enough. I know it was the same for me. I mean, I'm still struggling with incidents in most races, and I've only just started to kind of get to the point where I can finish a race without spinning at least once or having some kind of incident. But you've done well. You were doing well in the early stages of the race there, kind of thing. So if you get the consistency, hopefully we can see you kind of collect some points in future races. Is there any particular track that you feel as though is your greatest track, or anything coming up on the calendar that you're looking forward to?
I'm not too sure. I do quite like Monza. I like how sort of flat out a lot of it is, but I suspect that's going to be a strong track for a lot of other people as well, so everything will probably level itself out a little bit, but yeah, I think Monza will be a nice one to look forward to.
Yep. And since it's early in your career at the moment, how are you finding the competition in the league at the moment as a newcomer?
It's good. I feel like I'm in a good kind of place. It's hard to sort of pick out people that I would say are sort of close to me or sort of rivals as such, but that's purely, like you say, because of the sort of consistency lapses that I've had in the last 2 races now. So I get my head down, like you say, and keep pushing, and I'm sure I'll sort of slowly slot into a sort of average position, and then from there I can kind of work out where I'm at.
That kind of comes with time. Just a few races in, you start to sort of figure out. I recognise this guy's name because I'm always next to him on the track at some point, if you know what I mean, kind of thing. So that comes from thinking, and certain guys you kind of find that you can always overtake this guy if you're near him, or you can never overtake that guy, kind of thing. But you'll learn that as the kind of things go along. But best of luck as things go forward in the future. But I'll let you go and enjoy the rest of the evening. And best of luck at Monza.
No worries, thank you.
Take care. So that'll have to be it from us. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. It was a pleasure to watch, and I'm looking forward to seeing Monza next week in this tier as well. That should be a very interesting race. Another track that's prone to early incidents, especially in turn 1. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't see a repeat of today's incidents. But don't want to wish that on anybody. But yeah, that's Spa over and done for tier 4. Any thoughts, Bailey?
No, I think everything has been covered. We'll see it in the next one at Monza. Well, whoever's commentating. I think it'll be Kebab and someone else, if I'm not mistaken.
Next week, yeah, it'll be me and somebody else. I'll be permanent commentator for tier 4, but we will be back tomorrow as well for tier 3, which I will be racing in for Spa 2.0 essentially. So yeah, fingers crossed it isn't quite as eventful as this one, but yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for tier 3.
Yep. Bye.